The water ripples gently as we approach. From a distance, Failaka Island could be any other speck on the Gulf. Sunlit, quiet, almost serene. But as the boat cuts across the shallows and the silhouette of land begins to sharpen, that calm starts to feel deceptive. You're not arriving at a beach. You're arriving at the aftermath of war. The first thing that hits you isn't the scale, it's the intimacy. You pass crumbled homes, bits of broken furniture, scorched doors still swinging on hinges, and then, in one corner of a cracked floor, something small and devastating, a child's toy, plastic, color faded, just beside it, bullet casings, spent, left like a signature. It's this contrast that haunts you, the mundane and the militarized, the civilian and the soldier, the ordinary and the obliterated. In August 1990, when Saddam Hussein's forces invaded Kuwait, Failaka Island was among the first places taken. A small, outlying community, easy to occupy, easy to overlook. The population was forcibly removed. Some were evacuated to the mainland. Others reportedly were taken hostage or used as human shields. What followed was months of military control, looting and devastation. The Iraqis transformed the island into a fortified zone, using homes as barracks, schools as planning rooms, and civilian buildings as outposts. Digging trenches into the sand, laying down barbed wire and watch posts, tearing the identity of the island from the inside out. And when the war turned and coalition forces pushed north, Failaka was abandoned, not restored, not repaired, just left, like a chalk drawing scrubbed out by a storm. What remains today is both eerie and instructive. We move through skeletal barracks, past rusting artillery, through concrete checkpoints now blanketed in graffiti and sand. Nature has started reclaiming what war abandoned. Vines crawling up through shattered stairwells, desert birds nesting in rusted helmets, sunlight streaking through bullet holes like spotlights on a forgotten stage. The island is scattered with relics of the invasion, burnt-out armored vehicles, makeshift trenches, warning signs that no longer warn anyone. Each artifact tells a story, not just of military strategy, but of human cost, of panic, of resistance, of escape, and the most haunting part, it's not a weapon or a bunker, it's the leftovers of life, toothbrushes, shoes, soft toys, the clutter of the everyday caught in the grip of war. Failaka is a place where memory lives without anyone to carry it. No guided tours, no souvenir shops, just you, the wind, and the whisper of what happened here. Among the ruins, the NBK Bank stands out, or at least what's left of it. You might expect a bank to be sterile, modern, unremarkable, but here it takes on a different presence. It's a structure that was once about permanence, about trust, and now it's gutted. Walls half-standing, metal warped, the air thick with dust and quiet. What kind of war leaves a bank looking like a battlefield? The kind where nothing is spared, not institutions, not infrastructure, not the future. You imagine people queuing here for savings. A teller sorting notes behind a glass screen. Conversations about mortgages or weddings or school fees. The small dreams of normal life. And then, nothing. The door forced open. The vault's emptied. Not just of money, but of meaning. Failaka isn't ancient. It's not a ruin from the distant past. This happened in the age of satellites, color TV, and telephone banking, yet it already feels like a lost world. Forgotten not because it's too far away, but because it's too uncomfortable to remember. There are no grand memorials here, no polished plaques, no curated museums, only the raw, unedited remains. You're left asking questions that no guidebook can answer. What happened to the people who fled? Do they ever come back in dreams? Did they leave a photo behind? A book? A door unlocked? Failaka is proof that not all war crimes are captured on film and not all losses are counted. Some are just left to decay, slowly, until even the metal rusts and the names fade from memory. And yet, there's still something alive here, not in the biological sense, but in the emotional one, a kind of stubborn presence, a place that refuses to vanish. It lingers, it insists. There's a particular kind of silence that sits on Failaka, not the peaceful kind, but the expectant kind, the kind that wants you to ask, to look, to feel something. Because somewhere between the crumbling wall and rusted tanks, between the sun-bleached toys and fractured floor tiles, there's a story that hasn't finished being told. The Gulf War is often remembered through maps and oil fields, through press conferences and political speeches. But places like Failaka remind us that war isn't always about borders or treaties. Sometimes it's about the things that get left behind and the lives that go unspoken.